Welcome everyone to this orientation and training video. This is another video in the Employee Self-Serve series, and we're going to take some time today and cover how do I as an employee log into the system and request time off, whether it's vacation or sick time or maybe personal time. How do I log in and do that? What's the actual process to do that? So let's go ahead and log in so we can cover that real quick. Sign in here. Once we get signed in and your dashboard comes up, the area that we really want to focus on is right over here in this top right hand corner, and this is the time off section. And so what you're going to see here is that any type of category of time off that you have will be listed here, be broken out for you. So for this employee we have family illness, and they have 80 hours left. In self-illness they have 24 hours they can take, and then underneath appointments they have another 20 hours they can take there. You can do just a real quick kind of request if you just want to click on this button right here. That'll open up that time off accrual request here, but we really want some more information out of the system. So today we're going to get a little bit deeper in there, and we're going to click on the three buttons right here in the top right hand corner. So that takes us to our time off screen. Now this screen here is actually going to show us by default all of the different types of time off we've requested in the past. This is more of a historical kind of view, and also we can kind of see what the status is for these time off requests. You can see that if you really wanted to filter it down by different types, maybe I just want to see what have I taken in family illness or maybe just in appointments, it will show you by the different categories how much time you've taken off or what the status is, but more of a historical view in there. I want to cover a little bit of this information that you should see on this screen as well in this table view. So the first thing you should see is your request date, and that's the date you're actually submitting the request. You should be able to see what the status is, whether it's approved or denied or pending, what the type of time off that you're requesting is, and so for this one it says family illness, and then what the time frame is that you're requesting off. So for this request it was for on the same day. Start and end dates were the same, and we're only requesting 2 hours. So if you have maybe requesting 2 hours and 30 minutes, or maybe 2 hours and 45 minutes, whatever that is, it will reflect it right here. And then any other kind of notes from either you to your supervisor or from your supervisor back to you will be reflected here. If you want to see what actually happened within that time off accrual request for time off, you can actually click on the link itself right here for the request date and see what actually happened. And so you can see that your supervisor approved it. This is the original note from you to them, doctor's appointment from 8 until 10, and the manager's or your supervisor's response was take more time if you need it. So you can kind of get an idea if the manager had something to say about that. So we're just going to close this back out and get back to that main screen. Now how do I go through the process of actually requesting time off? So we click on this plus button right here. This is going to bring up our time off request screen, and it's going to show the different types of time off that we can request. And so I want to request for an appointment. That's the time off, kind of time off I want to take, and I know that I'm going to have an appointment. Let's say that first week in May, on the 4th of May, I'm going to have an appointment, and it's going to cover just the one day, or I can request a whole week if I want to. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and request the whole week. It's going to look kind of funny for an appointment, but this is for demo, so we're okay with that. And it's going to ask how many hours per day do you want to take off. Do you want to take off 8 hours a day, 1 hour a day, whatever that is? We're going to actually take that down to 4 hours a day. Maybe we're going to work half days, and we're going to take the other part of the day as half days for a reoccurring appointment maybe. And then this is where you would choose how many minutes in 15-minute increments. Now if your schedule is such that you work over a weekend, so you need to be able to request those days that fall on a weekend off, you can actually just check this box right here, and up here it just makes those days now become available for you for Saturday and Sunday to be able to request that kind of time off. But for this purpose we're just going to leave it as a normal Monday through Friday. Now if you want to leave a note here, you could do that for your supervisor. saying I'm only going to work half days for this week. Okay. And so once we have that in there and everything looks like you want it to look, you can see your balance up here is 20 hours, so you can kind of get an idea of what you've got. And then we just click on save, and it's going to say, okay, we're saving your time off request, and then it's going to let you know that your time off request was successfully saved. Okay, so now at this point, your supervisor has gotten an email. An email has been sent to them and to let them know that you have requested time off. Now you can see that this is in a pending status here. And this is the one we just made, this 419 pending status. It's an appointment. We requested for 5/4 to 5/8 and 20 hours, and then we're only working half days for this appointment or for this week. So that's kind of in a pending status. Your supervisor has gotten an email, but they haven't moved on that yet. They haven't approved it or denied that. What I want to show you now is, what if that you don't need to take that time off even though you've requested it? As long as your supervisor has not approved it, we can go back in the system and take it out. So let's take that same request right here. We're going to click on the link for the date. What we're going to do is we're going to actually take that down to 0. So 0 hours per day, 0 minutes per day. It's not going to allow you to take this out because it's actually deleting the whole request out of the system. There's no need to take out the notes as well. It's going to take them out of it for you automatically. Now we click on the save button. And again, it's going to say, hey, we've saved your time off request changes. And what will happen is your supervisor will get an email that will say, this employee has deleted this request out of the system. So there's no confusion if they get one email that says you've requested something, they go into the system, and then all of a sudden it's not there. They will be notified that you've taken that out. So as far as requesting time off goes, that's as complicated as it gets to request the different types. Again, vacation, sick, PTO, whatever that is. It's a pretty simple process. So we hope this video has been helpful for you, and we hope to see you guys again in a future video. Thanks, and have a great day.